Alright guys, so today I bring you a complete different kind of video. Um, and sorry by the lack of activity in the channel, but the truth is I've been moving from Vancouver to Kelowna, and the past 3 months have been pretty much exhausting and crazy. And yeah, well, it was quite a process, and we literally went on vacation, and when we came back, um, we found like an opportunity in the market for a house, and that pretty much unchained a bunch of events. Um, so we didn't even have chance to, you know, I didn't have the chance to work on the bikes, do any riding whatsoever, and yeah, taking care of the financials to move itself. And now I'm starting to catch up. The good news is now I have a lot more space to work with the bikes, on the bikes. And well, I've been also trying to start riding again, but for one or another reason, I couldn't find a real good cadence, or consistency. So I've been basically hopping in and out of the e-bikes more often than not. I haven't touched any analog bikes whatsoever. And in one of those rides, the chain on this bike, which is used to be my commuter bike, literally snapped. So, and it was, luckily it was like 2 blocks away from here. It turns out I was contemplating moving to, chain waxing for quite a long time. So I did some due diligence there and found a few ways to switch as a result of this, right? Because I was gonna clean all the parts, which I never had the real chance to do it in the past while I was living in the apartment. And I said, okay, this is the time to buy a ultrasonic cleaner and clean the parts, start switching one bike at a time to chain wax basically. And well, the findings on these bikes were pretty much crazy. So this probably, I don't want to lie to you, I'm gonna put the number of kilometers that I logged on Strava on the screen, but this is a fairly new bike. As you can see, it's in pristine condition. This has been my first e-bike actually from Trek. It's a Powerfly 9, the one that comes with the fenders and all the stuff, for commuting basically. It's a very versatile bike, full power by a Bosch a CX motor, so a real beast here. I even rode this bike a couple times on Better Mountain in Chilliwack, so it was a bit heavy for that, but it was fun. It was on an exploratory or exploration ride, and it was a good fun ride at the end of the day. But all that being said, the bike is fairly new. It probably has 2,000 kilometers in it. I'm going to put the number of kilometers on the screen, and I wanted to show you what I found on this chain. So I'll try to zoom in, and as you can see, a bunch of these chain links are like cracked. Look at that. So this chain has been neglected for sure. I wasn't able to really clean it very well while I was living at the rental apartment, but as you can see, it has like a bunch of cracks in it. So quite pretty much a wasted chain. Look at this, super broken. Look at that one. And well, it snapped basically when the chain snapped. It literally got the full links on both sides. So yeah, quite a nasty situation here. I don't want to know. Look at even the quick link is broken there. I'm not going to be able to reuse that. So I counted 5 broken links, but I didn't want to fix this chain. I also had one spare just in case. But I didn't want to go and fix this by any means. You know, it was going to be wasted money basically, because the chain is already like beyond its life cycle, right? I don't know if life expectancy would be appropriate. I believe if I had the chance to actually clean this more often or switch to wax, chain wax earlier, would have been a different story. But yeah, it is what it is. And anyway, something to notice, it's a full power motor. Look at the damage it does to these links, right? So it's kind of crazy. These are all cracked. It's incredible the amount of power these motors put on these chains. So anyway, the cassette itself doesn't look that bad. This has already been cleaned and with an ultrasonic cleaner. I'll see if I make a video about that later, but there's a bunch of them on internet, so I don't want to be redundant here. But the cassette is in much better shape. I really couldn't tell the chain was that bad. However, like in the past 10, 15 rides I did with this bike. However, at some point I had to micro adjust it because it was doing a lot of noise. So I'm assuming that that was a result of the chain being literally cracking all over the place. So anyway, fun stuff. So this is what I'm up to now. We're by the end of the summer right now, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that many more videos, but for sure I'm gonna be doing some maintenance on the bikes, so I'll try to put some videos of that. I've been riding the other bike, the this, by the way, this is bike storage. So this is the ultrasonic cleaner here. It's brand new, as you can see. It's a B-bar KL10, I believe it is a 10 liter one. Let me show you what's inside. It's from yesterday's cleanup session. There's the little tray that comes with it and some tools here. And this is the bike storage. So yeah, the only bikes I've been riding are the rail right here, which I've been doing a lot of mountain bike riding because a short ride that takes me about an hour from here. I'm very close to the Crawford trail area, so this is awesome. And obviously the Domani Plus, one of my favorite bikes. I did a couple long rides. Actually last weekend I did an 80-kilometer ride to Chute Lake, which is on the KBR trail. It was brutal. It was very late in the evening. The battery was running out, but it was a fun ride anyway. But I'm planning to really come back to the analog bikes. I really miss, you know, riding on my own steam. And this bike, this is a new acquisition. This is actually a police recovered bike. I bought it in an auction, and yeah, kind of weird the way things happen. Like I couldn't see or go to the preview of the bike, but this is a Trek Verve Plus 3, which is pretty much top of the line, Verve line. It's, as you can see, a very, very, you know, commuter kind of utilitarian bike, and with the old, it's not the smart system by any means, but it is a Bosch motor. So it's a very solid bike, and to my surprise, this one had 32 kilometers in it. So Yeah, things that happen, people don't register the bikes and whatnot. So, and they're left at the police stations for ages until they go to these auctions. So, yeah, it wasn't much worse shape, even though it had 32 kilometers logged in, which means this thing came with no charger or anything like that. So, as you can imagine, whomever stole this didn't have the possibility to charge the bike. So the bike probably had a few extra kilometers in it, but it's been a great acquisition. Really, literally replaces one car here. So, yeah. But anyway, moral of the story is if you have one bike, it doesn't matter if it's an e-bike or analog bike, register it. And then, because this isn't even registered with Trek, so register it, try to, put that in some garage. I think it's 529 or 5567 application, or something that if you get the bike stolen, then you can probably have more chance to recover it, right? If you don't register the bike anywhere, and somebody steals the bike from you, it's gone forever. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. I hope, once again, to be doing more videos in the upcoming weeks. But for now, I'm going back to the other track and to finish the job. A few minutes after I shot that video, it started to rain, so I had to bring all the stuff inside and continue working there. I want to make a quick summary of what products I've been using. So these are the Ultimate Chain Stripper and Wax Prep and Super Secret Chain Coating from Silka. These are very popular products, and apparently this is the best of the best out there. And it's a good product if you don't want to get into the mess of preparing your own wax and whatnot. I'll give you an update in the future, but for now, this is how the chain and drivetrain looks like. We'll see how these results. I guess I'm gonna have to ride this bike now to be able to give you an update in the future, but I promise I'll keep you posted. And same goes with the videos in the channel. I'll be bringing you a few other reviews that I wanted to post earlier this year, but I didn't have the chance to edit those videos. So stay tuned. It's gonna be about my new kit, the one that I bring with me on every ride, and this is basically how I switch from CO2 tubes to the electric inflator. So stay tuned for that. And for now, this is all I have. Thank you very much for being on the other side, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.